What am I doing? Do 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 do. What am I doing? Do 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 do. What am I doing? Do 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 do. I'm doing some creepypasta today, guys. I know it's been a little while since I posted the last creepypasta, about 2 weeks, but yeah, another one up here. It's called Adventure.exe. Another gaming pasta. Hope you guys like it. I haven't read it yet. Gonna read it with you, then I'll give my thoughts at the end of the video. Let's get into this now, huh? I'm at a total loss for words. My wife called me at work with some really disturbing news. A car had struck Tyler in a hit and run as he was walking to school. He's now laying in a coma at the hospital. Impossible. This was just some sick joke, I told myself. I can just wake up from this nightmare, and it will be all okay. Needless to say, reality kicked in. The TV in the room cut in about the accident. The victim has been identified as 14-year-old Tyler Williams, the anchorwoman said, as a picture of my mangled son flashed onto the screen. We are still looking for the perpetrator. A witness to the incident who wishes to remain anonymous snapped this picture of a car used in the incident as it sped off. If you know the whereabouts of this vehicle, please contact blah blah blah. The next picture they displayed was almost as shocking as when I had first received the news from my wife. The screen displayed a grainy image of a beat-up truck, exactly how it looked in the game my son was playing the day before. Curiosity got the better of me today. I decided to look through Tyler's computer at all the games he had. I swear he'd pick a new game to play every single day. Every time I watched him, he was playing a different game. He must have gigabytes among gigabytes on the hard drive. To my surprise, I opened up his game folder to see only one file, a file named ChooseYourAdventure.exe. The icon vaguely looked like my son. First, the car from the GTA knockoff runs my son down, and now a spirit of my 14-year-old comatose child is staring me in the face. Now this really is starting to look like an elaborate setup. I decided to open the file just to see what had gotten Tyler so hooked from the start. The loading screen showed a picture of a Grim Reaper in extremely gruesome detail. His bones were perfectly textured and the sickle was covered in hyper-realistic blood. His eyes, they were just as deep and black abyss as red lights began growing in his empty sockets, and a disturbing smirk began appearing on his bony face. A quote appeared at the bottom of the screen. I gave a little snicker at how lighthearted it was compared to the ghastly image on the screen. A short while later, this title screen appeared. Choose Your Adventure was scrawled on the same god-awful font with two options, begin and flee. I got on the computer to understand what enveloped my son so much, so I clicked begin. A name selection screen popped up, and I began getting a bit anxious about what I had gotten into. The name field had automatically filled Jacob Williams in it. I was nerved at first, but cooled off after I figured it out. Tyler may have mentioned me somewhere at some point in time. I know a bit about how these programs work for finding names, going into user files for names, etc. So I just shrugged it off and clicked accept name. The game opened with a cutscene inside an office. It looked similar to the office I worked at, but I shrugged it off. And a lot of these office spaces are the same anyways. A 16-bit spirit that looked eerily like my boss entered the frame. I laughed at how spot on the avatar looked, down to the fake-looking toupee on his head. "Williams, I need you in my office," it said, as it walked off. Another avatar stood up and shivers shut down my spine. It looked exactly like me, in an inconceivable manner. After that frightening moment, the game began. It was just like my tedious workday, but it was thrown together like the WarioWare series. I would be given a prompt like shred, copy, and a bunch of other nonsensical work games. After about 5 minutes of these little games, I got another cutscene inside my boss's office. It was definitely his office, no denial. He announced that he was impressed with my work performance and offered me a promotion. Right after that, the game cut back to the title screen with an odd little program. I can sleep this nonsense off, or is it just nonsense, right? Okay, something is definitely afoot here, as this can't just be a string of coincidences. My boss called me into his office today and gave me a promotion for my work because he was impressed with my performance. That game got everything spot on, and I wonder what this could possibly mean. I've never been superstitious before, so why am I scaring myself? This game couldn't possibly be telling me about my future, can it? Is this why Tyler was so invested in the game? Did my attempt to dissuade him from the game a few days ago almost kill him? Was I the one that put the car on a collision course of death? I'm getting carried away. This isn't happening. It just cannot be happening. Choose your Adventure.exe isn't the one choosing my adventures. I am still in control. I will always stay in control of myself. I opened Tyler's browser and found out he was still logged into a lot of gaming forums. Still curious about Choose Your Adventure. I decided to browse some threads Taylor had started. Topic: ChooseYourAdventure.exe? TieGuy128. I found a thumb drive at my school and no one had claimed it, so I took it home to see what was on it. It just had a zip file containing a program called ChooseYourAdventure.exe. Anyone know anything about this game? That spy is a spy. Delete it! Delete it now! TieGuy128. Why? What is it? Gaiden1033. My friend had that file. I saw him playing through some really weird water level. He failed and started freaking out. We went to a beach a few days later and he got caught in a riptide and was swept out. They never found his body. TieGuy128. Oh really? Stop pulling my leg. That's just stupid. The spy is a spy. Seriously, that's why you need to delete it. The game lures you in with visions of the future. And that's exactly what it wants. It lures you for a while and then shows you how you die with the next time frame. TieGuy128. Stop fooling around with me and tell me what it is. I'm tired of this lame trolling. Gaiden1033. It's whatever it wants to be. It'll be a turn-based RPG one day and an FPS the next. Whatever it thinks will hook you. Once you're suckered in, the only way out is death. TieGuy128. Let me guess, this girl who drowns in a well comes out of the screen and kills me in a week, right? Give me a break. I'm going to check it out. I've been playing around with ChooseYourAdventure.exe the last few days and my perceptions of reality are constantly being shattered. I played a point-and-click game in a grocery store just before my wife asked me to pick the same items up from the store. The next time I played, it was a typing program, right before I had to give a workshop on typing skills at work. That gaming sort of right. I'm seeing everything. Everything that will be in it, that will be is now in my computer complete possession. I'm really beginning to sound insane. I simply can't get enough of the program. I'm cutting this off early. I just have to see what happens tomorrow. No, 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 no! I am dead! If ChooseYourAdventure.exe is laying out my future, I might not be alive to update this tomorrow. I had never been so scared in my life. I guess I should tell you what happened, so you know that any download of ChooseYourAdventure.exe could be disastrous. The title screen today was replaced with a really creepy message. I see I have reaped, your pitiful soul, many bounties in this last precious days. Have you enjoyed them, Jacob? I'm sure you have. Otherwise you would not be begging me for more. Be advised, your future has a price. I await your toll. The title screen faded out the moment I finished. A cut screen started with me at the computer when the light flickered. A distorted laughter rang out in a creepy binaural sound as my avatar grabbed a flashlight and a knife. After that, the new game loaded up. It was sort of like Luigi's Mansion, one of Tyler's favorite games before he turned to this forsaken program. But this version had much more detailed graphics and took place, as expected, inside my house. It was just my avatar wandering around the halls as the deformed shadows darted across the screen at random points. A chilling music box track began playing as that ominous laughter filled my ears again. Suddenly a screamer popped up off the damn green river from the loading screen. Suddenly the game goes into a first-person mode and a bar-style health bar begins to fill at the top of the screen. The Reaper manifests as an extremely grotesque demon and begins to fight with me. Actually, no. It wasn't fighting me. Fighting implies I was actually defending myself. No, I was getting mauled. My life bar would be at 3/4 drained in just a matter of seconds. After I had lost all my health, a demon shape shifted into a massive python, one of my silly phobias. I always hated snakes and considered how the game operates. I'm not surprised it knows, and watched in horror as my avatar and the camera were both swallowed and it showed every single detail. I was shuddering while watching the awful images of the creature's pulsating muscles as the screen faded out to 2 words, written in blood red. Game over. I vainly tried to enter the game after I cut back to the title screen, but it just gave me cryptic messages like, the foundation of the future has already been laid, and time is irreversible. I'm stuck here. I'm totally shaken, but at least I still have a day left before this happens. One final warning to all of you who are reading. Choose your Adventure.exe is evil. If you find it, leave it or delete it. Do not suffer what the others before me have. My lights are going haywire. I'll just post this for now, but we'll get back with an update after I fix the lights. After all, that demon isn't coming for me until tomorrow. Synopsis. More tragedy has fallen upon the Williams family. As you remember in our recent coverage, young Tyler Williams had been struck by a car about 2 weeks ago and is still in a coma. His father, Jacob, has just been reported missing from his home. Police discovered some signs of a struggle upon investigation, but there is no other evidence. If you have seen Williams, please contact the proper authorities. The end. Okay, that was a pretty long creepypasta. It was actually pretty interesting. Props out to the person who did this creepypasta. It was their first one. It was really well done. I'll have the link posted at the bottom of the screen. You know, give him some props for what he did. There was some typical things going on in it, but all in all, it was a really good pasta still. I really did like it. He did a good job with it. It was somewhat different with the whole choose your adventure context thing, where you didn't really choose your adventure, it kind of chose it for you, which I guess is the whole of the thing. But it does suffer with some typical creepypasta, hyper-realistic blood. Yet again, you know, I don't like to harp on it, but I'm sick of it. No more of it, please. People who write creepypasta, stop with the hyper-realistic blood. Just because you say it was hyper-realistic does not mean it's creepier. Man, I'd rather have 16 gigabit blood. It'd be more creepier than hyper-realistic. It's just so overdone. I think almost every creepypasta I've done now, at some point or time, had hyper-realistic blood. It's bugging me and it's pissing me off. Do something different. Stop going to hyper-realistic blood. You ruin the moment doing that, people. Like, all in all, it was a good pasta in my mind. But you ruin it going to hyper-realistic blood, hyper-realistic guts, the most real-looking thing I have seen ever in my life. And then you sit down and tell me it looks like Minecraft or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just... It upsets me because, like, I want to like it, I want to love it, and then it makes me want... just okay, I hate it now. But, besides that, I don't like how the story began. Like, you didn't really get no insight on Tyler, or, you know, you finally found out it was his son, but, you know, it kind of just began. You know, it just abruptly started. There was no, you know, build up to this happening to his son, which I guess in a way is a good thing, but for me, I'm a writer myself, and just so you know, I'm writing my own creepypasta, people. I just did this one as a fast pasta to put out there because I felt kind of bad that I haven't put out a new creepypasta in a little while now, so I wanted to get one out for you guys. I also will be posting a new game play of a new Slenderman game, so stay tuned with that, and when you get that, it's going to be awesome. But the thing is just, you know, with me being a writer in that, and I see how this is written and how it's done, it kind of upsets me because, you know, there's a lot more that could be done. As the person said, they said it was their first pasta they ever did, so I give them props on it, and you can see it was like their first creepypasta they ever did, because it abruptly started, it had cliches running through it, but all in all, you know, I loved how the game would adapt to what you like. You know, I find that kind of more, it's kind of just pushing you in. It's seducing you to play more of it. As in, you know, I like playing a first-person shooter, and so it'll put me in a first-person shooter if it knows I will like the game. And then it gives you a history on what's going to happen to you, like, oh, we'll give you all these great things that are going to be happening to you, or some stuff for the future just for you to come back for us to take your soul or kill you. But all in all, like I said, I also like how it used news reporters in it. I wish it would say something about, you know, as I looked off to the screen, or, you know, at the end, it would have said, you know, April O'Neil here with another breaking story. Ninja Turtle joke. But still, very well done. I want to see him do more, and I will be waiting for more from you. If you do look at this video by any chance, whoever did this creepypasta, let me know if you got more out there. I'm willing to read more of them. I do like your work. I want to see you improve. I'll be backing you 100%. And, well, we'll stand to this. I kind of wanted to go a little 20 minutes on this video, so, I'll tell you a little bit about the creepypasta I'm doing now. And it'll be up to you guys if you want to hear it or not. You know, I know it's your decision in a way. But it's going to be based off a little bit of history that's happened with me. A lot of you probably going, whatever, history, you guys making it up. But no, I actually had traumatizing experiences when I was younger with the woods in my backyard. And, like these red eyes that kept staring at me with, they just would glare at me at these certain nights at certain times. And, me and a few of my friends decided to go out there with some flashlights one night to look for it. And we had some traumatizing experiences there. And, you know, I'm here, so I lived. You know that at least. And don't worry, there will be no hyper-realistic blood. It'll be, if there's blood, it's my blood or someone's blood, so it has to be real. But, other than that, you know, guys, I hope you enjoy these videos, and, you know, all the subscribers I'm beginning to get, I know I'm still kind of new, but listen, I love every one of you guys. If you guys have comments, or if you have an opinion about it, I tell you, post, message me, like, subscribe, I will get back to you. I mean, I'll do the best I can to get back to you. Everyone who, you know, tries to send me ideas on how to do better, I am working on it. I got one about my Pearl.avi to do a, like, try to do a real video of it, like an actual SpongeBob episode. I'm trying to do it. It takes a little time because I gotta get voices synced up, things like that. But understand, I am doing it. It's just gonna take a while, so stay tuned to my channel to see that. And any other ideas, thoughts, I love it. You know, I will take every consideration into thought, and I will try to incorporate it in my next video. So guys, you know, thank you for being loyal, for coming to my channel and subscribing. You know, I love you all. You guys are just so beautiful. I love you guys all. And, you know, I hope you love this video. If you do, leave a little love, like, subscribe, comment, share. And you know what, guys? This is RoseGoom97 here saying, I love you. And I want you to love me also. Okay? Take care, guys. Oh. Bye.